Test 1, 2, 3.
Recording in progress.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but am I calling the meeting to order but not?
Right, we're calling the meeting to order as a non-committee.
Calling the meeting to order as a non-committee Board of Retirement meeting. And I guess we'll go through a roll call of who is here in person and who is not.
Okay. Trustees Robbins, Kehoe, and Rue will not be participating in today's meeting. Ms. Ginsburg, Ms. Durazo, Ms. Gray, Mr. Sanchez, Mr. Holcomb, Mr. Green, Mr. Moore, and Acting Chair Harris.
Yes, I'm here.
Staff participating in the meeting include CEO Santos Kryman, Deputy CEO Louis Lugo, AEOs JJ Popowich and Laura Guglielmo, Chief Counsel Stephen Rice, Legislative Affairs Officer Barry Liu, from Retiree Healthcare Cassandra Smith and Leilani Ignacio, and Communications Cynthia Martinez, Consultants Stephen Murphy, Michael Zito, Debbie Donaldson, Richard Ward, Amber Turner, and Felicia Zhang from Siegel. Trustees, please use the raise your hand Zoom option to be placed in queue. At this time, we ask all meeting participants to mute your mics until you are ready to speak, and we may now proceed with the agenda.
Thank you very much, Terry. With this, we come to approval of minutes, which we cannot approve because we do not have a quorum of committee members. Public comment, I have not received any requests from the public to speak for the committee. So we're down to item 5, reports. Engagement report for August 2024 by Mr. Liu.
Thank you, Chair Harris and trustees. Some items of interest for you this month. The first item is a study by Vanguard that looks at the impact of automatic enrollment on workplace retirement plans and how it promotes equity among different racial and ethnic groups. So it analyzed about 14 large plans and found that automatic enrollment significantly boosts participation rates. Research also shows that for employees across all racial and ethnic groups that make $75,000 or less, automatic enrollment also promoted higher savings rates. I guess that 75,000 is a significant number. You may recall years ago that amount was studied as the salary that most people's happiness level would go up to and then plateaus after that. So the study looked at that in terms of how auto enrollment impacts their savings rates. And then the study also suggests that automatic enrollment should be a feature of all retirement plans, and as we know is an inherent feature of pension plans, which definitely helps to promote retirement security. And then in terms of promoting retirement security, the next item concerns discussions about a national retirement savings plan. So we know that 401k plans are most prevalent amongst private sector workers, but again, only about half of private sector workers are covered by an employee-sponsored plan. At the same time, 401k plans tend to benefit higher income workers because those who make more tend to be able to save more. So some of these proposals to address these retirement shortfalls includes a national auto IRA plan. As you know, during the past decade, various states have enacted their own auto IRA plans, but this proposal would just make it nationwide. Another proposal would be to establish a national 401k plan that would have the government provide matching contributions through a refundable tax credit. So sort of be a sliding scale depending on what your income is for up to 5% in terms of matching contributions. And then a third proposal would be promoting multiple employer plans or pooled employer plans that would allow small businesses to offer plans by lowering their administrative costs. But there are some challenges in establishing those. But again, these discussions are being had because people are increasingly relying on Social Security for retirement security, and so just these proposals to look at some of those other legs of that three-legged stool of retirement security. And regarding state-run pension plans, There's a study by the National Bureau of Economic Research that suggests that the creation of these state-run auto IRAs may actually be driving smaller employers to offer their own private 401k plans. I think originally a lot of people thought that these plans would compete with private sector plans so that more employers would go with the state plans, but apparently there might sort of be this crowd-in effect that employers would be motivated to offer their own plans, given some perceived administrative burdens of state programs and costs. And then lastly, an interesting item regarding San Francisco. So this concerns the San Francisco Employees Retirement System. Come this November, there will be a ballot measure where San Francisco voters will decide whether firefighters can retire with full benefits at age 55 instead of age 58. In 2012, their plan was modified so that employees hired after 2012 would retire age 58. This would roll this back to retroactively to 2012. And interestingly, as we all know, 2012 was the year that PEPRA was enacted for pension reform. But this is coincidental because the San Francisco plan is not governed by state law, so they are not subject to PEPRA. But the reason they're making this proposal is that some recent studies have found that firefighters are at a significantly higher risk for cancer. So this benefit enhancement would adjust benefits to consider the increased cancer risk. And the other interesting thing is that this is going to be a ballot measure, so it'll be put before the public. Be an interesting way to gauge what the public appetite is for benefit enhancements for public sector employees going forward. So that concludes my report, and happy to take any questions.
Yeah, are there any questions by those present or online? Seeing none, hearing none. Thank you very much, Mr. Liu. Item B, staff activities report for August 2024.
Yes, good
Morning.
Good morning, Chair. My name is trustees. Good morning, everyone. My name is Leilani Ignacio, and I'm here because Cassandra Smith is on vacation, but as you can see, she's also attending virtually. So
You should take vacation. It's very important to take your vacations.
One item that we wanted to highlight on the staff activities report is the upcoming Retiree Staying Healthy Together Wellness Program that will be held on September 24th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Carson Event Center in Carson. And we have the privilege to have Dr. Wendy Heileman again attend to present topics on Alzheimer's and dementia to our members. As you may recall, she actually attended the board offsite, and it's actually sponsored by United Healthcare. And we also have a presentation by Caroline Gutierrez from Kaiser, who will be talking about taking care of yourself. So we also passed out copies of the invitations to you, so we hope that you can join us.
Some of us do remember her presentation, so that's a good sign.
Yes.
And she was excellent. That should be a really good program. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. C, LACERA-Administered Retiree Healthcare Benefits Program with a video. I guess not. Nope.
Hello and welcome to Retiree Healthcare. Healthcare information can be complex, but LACERA is here to help you through the process. Whether you are retiring and enrolling for the first time, switching plans, or signing up for Medicare. In this video, we will provide information to help you make an informed decision on what retiree healthcare and LACERA-administered Medicare health plan is best for you and or your eligible dependent, which to enroll in, and how to submit your enrollment forms. Program tiers. Tier 1 for those hired before June 30th, 2014, and Tier 2 for those hired on or after June 30th, 2014. Both tiers offer the same subsidy percentages and the same selection of medical and dental vision plan, and both will allow for coverage of eligible dependents. Tier 1 members. The county retiree medical and dental vision subsidy applies to coverage for retirees and their eligible dependents. Tier 2 members. In Tier 2, the subsidy applies to retiree-only coverage. You may enroll your eligible dependents on your healthcare plan, but you will be responsible for their portion of the healthcare premium. Another difference with Tier 2 is that Medicare-eligible retirees and eligible dependents must enroll in Medicare Parts A and B, and in a corresponding LACERA-administered Medicare health plan.
Great, thank you. So that was a snippet of the retiree healthcare basics and Medicare basics video that Retiree Healthcare and Communications collaborated in completing, and it's designed for our members to have an overview of what the Retiree Healthcare program is about, and it provides basic information in helping them choose the right retiree healthcare or the medical or dental vision benefits for themselves and their eligible dependents. So with this video, it is a 20-minute long video, and it covers the main sections. For example, the retiree healthcare basics, the explanation of the different healthcare plans that the LACERA-administered plan offers, the importance of Medicare, and how to enroll. Before we actually launched this video, we provided training to our staff, Retiree Healthcare, and Member Services provided training to their staff as well to help them be familiar with the video. So once it's deployed on the website, they will be familiar in assisting our members in viewing the video. So with that, I turn it over to Erica.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, this was a true collaboration between communications and retiree healthcare in creating this video for our members. It was great in that we were able to provide work collaboratively with Leilani and her team. Leilani did a great job in providing the content and the resources, and it was our job from communication standpoint to take this very complex healthcare information and make it where members can understand. And I mean, that's our day-to-day within communications. We were up for the task, and there was a lot of back and forth in regards to compromising with the language, making sure that, excuse me, it was understood by members, but also keeping intact the technicalities of the healthcare information. Case in point, the name of the video, Retiree Healthcare Benefits, LACERA-Administered Retiree Healthcare Benefits Program and Medicare Basics. That was a name that we did not want to change and that we wanted to keep intact. However, there's ways that we can go about introducing this information to members that we've done in the video. And also we will be creating a landing page introducing the video to members. So that long-winded title that you do see, we will be able to talk about the parts and pieces in the video to give members insight into what they can expect. So the video is 20 minutes long. The first half is the Retiree Healthcare Benefits Program information, and the second half is the Medicare basics information. With it being a 20-minute video, we will create shorter segmented pieces, and we will take these topics from the video itself. These shorter segmented pieces will live underneath the full-length video container. We are in the process of creating a video library landing page, and this will allow for members to be able to find our videos easier online. Right now, they're somewhat scattered about, so we're in the process of creating a video library landing page before we publish the LACERA-Administered Retiree Healthcare Benefits Program and Medicare Basics video online. And I should mention, we are moving forward with a few other videos to help members along the healthcare, to help them with their retiree healthcare benefits experience. We are in the process of creating how-to videos. So this would be considered a phase 2. Our phase 1 was the sample forms that we created for members to help them walk them through how to fill out their enrollment, change, and cancellation forms. And now there will be a video supporting that. So just a different format for members to receive this information in. So that's the premise of this presentation. The collaboration with Retiree Healthcare is ongoing, and we look forward to more to come. And this is just another resource to help with the retiree healthcare member experience.
Yes, and I also wanted to add that the upcoming videos will actually feature how to enroll, how to change, and how to cancel your medical plan or your dental vision plan. It gives step-by-step instructions for members so they can fill out the enrollment form accurately and timely. And also, I wanted to include that there is a coming soon language in
Correct,
the
yes.
pathways.
It's actually
newsletter.
in the September newsletter that we have published currently. As Leilani mentioned, in terms of the communication aspect, we will be sending an email blast when the video is published online, informing members of where this video is located. Of course, that will be within the video library landing page that we spoke about. So those are the next steps in regards to how we're going to let members know about the video and where it resides on LACERA.com.
Any comments or questions by those present or those viewing online?
You saw a snippet, so the video itself is 20 minutes long. I can send the video to
Yes.
by way of a link to the trustees.
Yeah,
Before
that would
it's
be
published.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, that brings us to item D, the annual Anthem Blue Cross and Cigna audits.
Good morning. My
Morning.
name is Amber Turner. I'm from Siegel. I am glad to see everybody again this year. I wanted to actually highlight the point that it is very rare that a fully insured plan is able to have auditing rights. So I do want to make sure that I highlight that, keeping those in there is very important. So we get to see that the plan's working how it's supposed to be working. So good job on keeping those in their contract, because they do try to remove them sometimes. I will be letting Felicia present the dental portion of the audit. So Felicia, do you want to? Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, so I'll be presenting the results of the dental audit before I pass it to Amber. Next slide, please. So Siegel audited Cigna for the period of July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023, that 12-month period where there were $36.5 million in benefit payments. We reviewed 225 claims in a statistical sample, and there was a result of one overpayment of $73.60 and then one procedural error. So as you can see from this table below, when it came to financial accuracy, payment accuracy, and overall processing accuracy, Cigna surpassed the performance guarantee at 99.89%, 99.65%, and 99.65% respectively. As for time to process, because our assessment does not take into account any adjustments outside of the audit period, that's why it looks like they did not pass, they did not pass the guarantee, but Cigna confirmed with us that taking into account adjustments outside of the audit period, Cigna met 95.5% for 10 days and 98% for 20 days. So as a result, there's no penalty when it comes to the time to process. Next slide, please. So this table shows the two issues that we found in the dental audit. The first issue was the overpayment of $73.60, and it was a crown downgrade. So on one of the back molars, a porcelain crown should have been downgraded to a metal crown, and this did not happen. So there was an overpayment of $73.60. The second issue came when there was a son who had the same name as the member, and so there was a little bit of a mix-up, and the son's benefit got processed as the member's benefit instead. However, because neither the son nor the member had met their annual benefit maximum, this was just a procedural error. There was no financial bearing on anything. So that was the second issue. Next slide, please. So as for next steps, both claims that we found in error provided coaching opportunities for Cigna to ensure that processors going forward do not repeat the same errors. And Siegel found this intervention was an appropriate course of action on Cigna's behalf, and therefore no further intervention is necessary. So are there any questions before I pass it off to Amber to talk about the medical results?
Questions from anyone? I think you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so now we can talk about the medical. Every year we do a sampling from July 1st of the year to June 30th. In this sampling this year, we had 152 million. We always sample 255 claims. So there's going to be 220 claims that are statistical and 35 claims that are targeted. Statistical claims are chosen at random. We have no control over them. The targeted claims, we do handpick those. They could be based off of issues that were identified in the past, because the point of that is to make sure that Anthem is fixing those issues. So moving forward, that we don't have to find those. It could be something that is a member responsibility that they have to, either they overpaid, underpaid, little things like that we want to avoid. From what we're looking at in regards to the statistical sampling. So this performance guarantee is only going to go off the random because the targeted is handpicked. So from the statistical achievement, they did meet the financial, the payment accuracy, which is amount of incidences, they did not meet that. Procedural accuracy, it looks like it's 100%, which is above industry standard. The overall processing accuracy is below, but again, that's going to be kind of configured with the payment accuracy because it has to do with incidents. The time to process, they did meet the 10 business days as well as the 20 business days. So they were good on that part. Next slide. Okay, so these are all the findings that we had. I did put them in a chart. I did label these in the last column as things that are recurring, meaning that I either found them last year or the year before that. And I am highlighting those items that are in there that are new items that I found. So the first one is, the incorrect coordination of benefits. It's basically them not coordinating the benefits with Medicare correctly. I did find 9 incidences of that. We also had the deductible and out-of-pocket that was over-applied. Now, this is something that we did touch on last year because it is the member overpaying the amount. So this is coming out of your member's pocket. The other thing is the plan paying over the plan, or the amount was paid over the plan maximum, as well as, surgery that's applying cost sharing to it. For the most part, when you do see the underpayment amounts that are in there, that's going to be member impact. The member is overpaying. When you see the overpayments, it's basically, Anthem's overpaying the amount, but it could lead to a higher amount per member per month, or, it looks like the plan is, using more money than was originally scheduled for. So when we see this, we also see we have incorrect pricing, which was 1. So that was probably a one-off. We're seeing that acupuncture that happens 6. We're seeing 6 of these. So there's probably more of those out there. It's paying over 30. There's more than 50 visits, and there's an incorrect cost sharing to that. as well as hearing aids, we're paying over $300. Foot orthotics that are an exclusion, we're paying. And then the other thing that's recurring, of course, is the duplicate claim payment. I don't look too much into those duplicate claim payments because they are manual. And, you know, you're always going to have a little bit of human error. But when I see things like the acupuncture that's done 6 times, that's a problem. And the incorrect coordination of benefits and, you know, the deductible and out of pocket. So if we go to the next page, if we're looking in regards to next steps, some of these have been discussed with Anthem, and they have come up with some kind of resolution. So in regards to issue 2 and 4 that we're looking at in here, it has to do with the commingling of the pharmacy benefit with the medical benefit. So it depends on timing. If the pharmacy benefit comes in later, they're still processing that and moving it forward with the medical. So you could have an amount that's taken out that wasn't supposed to be taken out. So Anthem is trying to implement, this was of March of 2024, they implemented a new reporting process to better streamline the adjustments of these so that the members are getting the money back. So that's being worked out. And of course, we are in our auditing again this year. So I am going to look into that again, just to make sure we're okay. And then as far as the acupuncture goes, they agreed. They're going to start doing reporting on the back end of this so that they're able to adjust these, as well as the hearing aids. The preventative care, it was 2 claims, so we're not really too worried about that one. The foot orthotics, there is something in the plan document saying that it would be an exclusion. It seems like there has to be either an update to the plan document, either allowing those foot orthotics, which could be like shoes, inserts, things along that line. For right now, it's basically kind of saying that, you know, unless they have a systematic illness or diabetes, that they wouldn't be allowed to have those, which is not what Anthem's actually saying. Anthem's saying that they're allowed regardless, no matter what. So it's a little bit murky in regards to what the plan document says versus what's actually being done. So does anybody have any questions?
Well, just a comment. I would think they need to do what the plan document says. That's kind of why we have a plan document. And I appreciate the fact you're doing this auditing. This is rather interesting. For someone who wears orthotics, I found that rather interesting too. I don't remember if I paid for them or not. It's going back many, many years, but I know what orthotics are. I do have a question regarding reimbursement for vaccinations, since we're now going through our latest round of updates on COVID. How's that work? Is the plan being reimbursed by the federal government for the cost of vaccines? I heard that they weren't. I've heard that they are. I just got my shot yesterday. It cost me $30 on the plan. So I'm just wondering, am I going to be reimbursed for that, or just what is the status of the vaccination? Do we know?
Steve, do you know with this plan if they're going to reimburse at 100% or not after the emergency got removed?
Yeah, it's a real good question. I think given that the public emergency is over, federal government is no longer subsidizing the shots or paying for those, so that is being borne by the plan. So that's a thing we can do as a follow-up, just to inquire and kind of validate it for you, and we'll share that information with the board at the next meeting. But appreciate the question. And again, one other observation, again, what makes the auditing of LACERA's medical program so unique is that your contract, again, is from 1982. So you have a lot of legacy design issues that exist. And as Anthem programs their systems to kind of keep pace with changes over time, We do find discrepancies are going to pop up, but those are something that, again, Amber and her team will continue to kind of investigate and look at. And a subsequent item is that we will be having our annual on-site meeting with the Anthem team. That's where your claims are paid up in Rancho Cordova. We'll be meeting with them next Tuesday. So we'll probably go over some of these items as well.
Okay, thank you. Just one last thing for me, and then anybody else has questions they can ask. I am concerned about that one. I mean, ones are not a big deal, but 18, particularly when you're only doing that small audit, that's a big problem, because that means, boy, there's a whole bunch more out there. So what is our follow-up specifically on those?
And you're talking about the out-of-pocket
That's the
deductibles.
out-of-pocket, yeah.
They did adjust those.
Okay.
What they're doing is, in a go forward fashion, is they are running reports and looking to see who went over during that time period. There could be better ways of doing that, to be honest with you. They're starting to run a report, but I think they should be running the report more frequently so that they catch these faster, so that the members are reimbursed a little bit faster, because it's money out of people's pockets, and everybody needs money, right? So I think it is important that, maybe Steve, when you talk to them next week, kind of letting them know that it's important that they run those at least on a monthly basis.
Trustee Harris, that is something that we will be addressing next week when we go to Anthem Rancho office.
Thank you. Anyone else have any questions or comments? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Continue to audit.
I will do. I'll be back next year.
All right. Yeah, well, let's try and solve the ones we've got and bring new problems, not continuing old problems. With that, we're down to the LACERA claims experience.
Good morning, trustees. My name is Michael. Thank you. So the first exhibit contains the premium and enrollment for LACERA's medical, dental, and vision plans. For membership, for the medical, dental, and vision plans, there's minimal change compared to the prior report. However, the premiums have increased by 7.1%, reflecting the renewal effective July 1st of 2024. Next slide, please. This contains the claims experience for non-Medicare plans. So for Anthem's year-over-year 12-month rolling trend represents a 6.9% increase as of July 2024, which is a 2.4 percentage point increase from the prior month's report. Cigna's year-over-year trend on a rolling 12-month basis represents a 16.7% increase as of July 2024, which is a 0.2 percentage point increase compared to the prior month's report. And Kaiser's experience remains unchanged from the prior report and will be updated in a future report. I'd just like to highlight that at the top table, we've given the effective renewal date of July 1st. The trend for the 24-25 period has been updated. As you can see, the blue font is for the Anthem, purple is for Cigna, green is for Kaiser, and they're all hovering around what we're seeing, which is a consistent trend of 7.7%. So all three carriers are kind of around the ballpark for the 7/1/2024 renewal increase. Next slide, please. And this contains the Anthem claims experience by plan and on an aggregate basis. So for all plans on a 12-month rolling trend period, represents an increase of 8% as of July 2024, which is a 1.5% percentage point increase from the prior month's report. For prudent buyer, which has the highest 12-month rolling trend increase of 12.4% as of July 2024, it's mainly due to increase in total claims, which was a 7.4% increase, and 4.4% reduction in membership. So the more claims, less membership, that's what it that's where the larger increase comes in. And for Plan 3, the main contributor is the pharmacy claims, which increased by on a per retiree per basis increased by 11.5% compared to the prior period. Next slide, please. This contains the Kaiser utilization and remains unchanged from the prior report and will be updated in a future report. Next slide, please. And this slide contains the high cost claimants for Anthem, Cigna, and Kaiser. For Anthem's non-Medicare plans, the rolling 12-month trend as of July 2024 represents a 6.7% increase compared to the prior period. There were 2 individuals with medical claims in excess of $700,000 for the current period. I'd like to also highlight that the polling points have been updated to reflect the July 1st, 2024 plan year. Polling points for plans 1 and 2 have increased from 350,000 to 400,000, while prudent buy remains unchanged. For Cigna, the 12-month rolling trend represents a 65.1% increase compared to the prior period. This is due to a small mature population. Also, the claims volatility is due to a lower polling threshold of 100,000, which is the lowest among LACERA's vendors. And the Kaiser experience remains unchanged from the prior report and will be updated in the future report. Next slide, please. This contains the Anthem lifetime maximum benefit, or represents a lifetime, or sorry, this tracks the Anthem's lifetime maximum benefit up to ranging from $500,000 to $900,000. The top table is based on June of 2024, and the bottom is for July of 2024. As of July 2024, there were 196 individuals enrolled in Anthem plans 1, 2, and prudent buyer with an accumulated lifetime maximum ranging from $500,000 to $999,000. Compared to the prior month, there were 13 additional individuals with lifetime claims in excess of $500,000. Next slide, please. This contains the prescription drug rebates and remains unchanged from the prior report and will be updated in a future report. Next slide, please. This contains the dental and vision claims. So for the dental claims on a rolling 12-month basis, represents a 5.9% increase as of July 2024, which is a 0.2 percentage point increase compared to the prior month. The vision claims on a rolling 12-month basis represents a 7.8% increase as of July 2024, which is a 0.3 percentage point increase compared to the prior month's report. And the in-network utilization has been consistent for dental and vision plans compared to the prior month's report. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions of anyone here or anyone online? Okay, hearing none. Thank you very much. And you want me to finish? But okay. Go right ahead. Steve.
Okay, sorry, I could not hear you
Sorry about
breaking up. I can make mine easy. I have actually nothing to update you on federal activity because there's a lot going on and none of it has to do with retiree healthcare.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thanks.
you. It's online. Cassandra, we want you to have a good vacation. We appreciate the fact you were here.
Thank you.
Any items for staff review?
I have nothing.
Okay. Items for future agendas?
Nothing.
I think we'll hold good of the order for the regular meeting. And I guess there's no, I guess I can entertain to myself or anyone else who wants to adjourn. We'll stand in adjournment until the regular meeting, which will start at 9 o'clock.